chosen ones, empaths, I want to make you all aware that the dusty weirdo ex-narcissist has discovered the channel. Okay, so we have a big troll in the comment section. We have a big troll that is actually trying to cause this channel some disruption. The troll, the dusty weirdo, is very resentful. They're very bitter at the moment, and they're very twisted. So I'll just make you aware. I wanted to make the community aware that the resurfacing of the dusty weirdo has happened. Now, this story that I tell you, right, this is a story that proves the narcissist doesn't get over the empath or the chosen one. You know, my ex-narcissist is watching the content and has made it very clear that they're digesting and watching the content, right? So I'm going to tell you a little story now. It might be funny, you know, but I'll just show you how desperate, pathetic, and honestly, how weird they actually are. You see, I get emails from all over the world, from people, from viewers, from subscribers, you know, reaching out, telling me, thank you for the channel, you know, and I always try to respond to the emails. I always try to respond to every single person that comments, you know. I always try my best when I can get round to it, you know. But, you know, I was at home the other day, and, you know, an email come through from someone with a Greek name, which means nobody, okay? And they said they love the channel, just like usual, right? Just like usual. So I emailed them back and I said, okay, bang. Then a few days later, I got another email. I forgot that I even got that original email, right? But then they got my Gmail email address now, right? They were emailing another email address before that they didn't know, right? The one for inquiries and stuff. And so they emailed my other email address, this person. It was a Greek lady, right? Well, they were pretending to be a Greek lady, and they made this email and they said, oh, you always mention books. I've written a book or something or the other. So I responded and said, like I do to people, which I've done before on the channel, other people who have written books. I put a link for their website. I put a link for their Amazon page, you know, to get to give them some exposure from the channel, right? Because, you know, a survivor, a victim of narcissistic abuse has produced a work of art. So naturally, I feel like I can help a little bit if I can put a link in the description box and shout them out on the channel and give them some exposure. But they seem to respond and say, no, they don't care. They only care if their writings prevail after they die or something like this, right? Which obviously was a red flag. But, you know, me being courteous like I am, I responded and said, okay. And then, you know, I was actually trying to take a nap at that moment in time, right? Just having a nap, because, you know, that it's good to have naps during the day. It's good for the body and for the mind and for the soul, I find, right? And or nap when you can. When you've got a time to have a nap, you should have a nap, right? So I was having a nap, right? And then the email bling comes through again, and they sent me a picture of saying, this is a cave I visited in Bulgaria, the Eyes of God. And so I said, oh, wonderful. Like, I was being polite and courteous because I'm thinking I'm talking to someone from Greece. So obviously I'm being polite, I'm being courteous, I'm responding appropriately, and I'm responding, right? Then they said they were raised with a narcissistic mother and this, that, the other. And, you know, I said, okay. And I responded, told them a little bit about myself. You know, they said, oh, they've seen the video on it. I said, okay. And this conversation was going on, right? Then they sent me a song, right, that says in the lyrics, I've got a feeling I cannot shake, I will return. Yeah, that's the lyrics, right? So I replied, said, powerful song, right? Another red flag, right? So I sent them a song, which actually, if they listen to the lyrics of the song that I sent them, is actually explaining it's a very powerful song what I sent them, and I done it on purpose. I sent this song on purpose, right? Because it's a powerful song for anyone that is going through pain, right? And even though we're dealing with, I thought I was dealing with someone, through a Greek person from Greece, who's going through abuse from their narcissistic mother and, you know, their ex-partner. So I sent them a song that will appropriately apply, not a just like a it's like dressing a wound, you know. That's the way I look at some music. That's the way I sent them that song, because the song won't heal their problems, but it can be like a dressing or a band-aid, you know, and some cream that dresses the wound. You see, that's what I sent them the song for. But naturally, that song obviously struck a chord with them, and they responded back, "Hello, my name's Mary. Although I am a scholar and something, hello, it's Mary." And Mary is the alias name that my ex-narcissist used to use, because she's a Catholic, and they used to call themselves Mary. So naturally, I responded with a link to a YouTube video, which I've made a song about the Dusty Weirdo, well, about Dusty Weirdos in general. And then I didn't respond again. Now, this narcissist creeped so low. I've missed out an important point. They tried to get me to read, before I discovered it, they said, "Hello, it's Mary," right? They tried to get me to read. They said, look into this book, De Profundis, written by Oscar Wilde. So I thought, because I was talking to a Greek lady, perhaps it would do some good for the channel. Upon researching the book, it's about two homosexual men. I don't know if you're aware of Marquis of Queensberry. Marquis of Queensberry was, if you know about boxing, there's something called Marquis of Queensberry rules, right? And he set these rules, and it was his son, right? His son had a gay relationship with Oscar Wilde, which was illegal back in those days. And basically, the Marquis of Queensberry's son, so Marquis of Queensberry himself declared that he'd been raped, right? That his son had been raped. So Oscar Wilde went to prison. And basically, the book is a love letter, or a letter that the Oscar Wilde, the one that was held in Reading Jail in England, sent to his ex-lover, okay? And the narcissist had the audacity to try and say, this is your life from someone centuries ago. So you have to understand how calculated, how manipulative, how, you know, what's the word, premeditated this was, how much thought they put into it. They actually tried to lure me down to a path where I actually made the purchase of the book on Amazon, and when they revealed it was themselves, I later just cancelled the order on Amazon, and I haven't read the book, and I won't indeed read the book at all. But they actually tried to make me read a book about someone who was falsely arrested and imprisoned, which is exactly what they done to me. Even though I wasn't imprisoned, I was falsely charged with a crime and stuff like that, right? And I just want to make you aware that, you know, the narcissist is out there. The narcissist is out there now, floating around the YouTube channel. I don't care if they're watching the content. I don't care if they watch it. I don't care if they don't watch it. But they really tried to, dupe me into believing. And then they started messaging all this stuff. You're not a YouTube persona. You have a life to live. And all of this crazy stuff, like some weird stuff, like proper weirdo stuff, like just weird, and they're just proper weirdos, man. And what I'm saying is, like, I don't know, some of you, shout out to, I can't remember your name on the YouTube channel, but some of you come to my rescue the other day. Gary the Leech popped up in Gary the Leech popped up in the comment section and was saying some derogatory things about the channel, Gary the Leech, right? And then some of you come out to the rescue and said Gary the Leech and his Vampire Diaries, and you all come to my defense, which I greatly appreciate. But it's possible that Gary the Leech was actually the narcissist. It's possible. This is how low they are. They've created so many fake accounts, so many false accounts. See, this used to happen to me when I was on dating sites. When I was on dating sites, there was constant fake profiles from the narcissist reaching out to me. And the thing is, this proves that the narcissist never gets over the empath or the chosen one. You have to understand that I went to a court. There's an order in place where I'm not meant to talk to the narcissist. And this narcissist seems to be breaking that order and feeling the need to reach out. And like I made in my video earlier, if you want to check that out about the narcissist as an addict and they feed for grade A supply, this narcissist is fiending for any remnants of supply from me. They're fiending from any remnants of supply from you guys. So just be careful when you're in the comment section, you're replying to people and that this narcissist X, this dusty weirdo, has been watching the channel for I don't know how long. You know, I don't know how long. I don't know how many emails I received that wasn't that was the narcissist before. You know, I don't even know. I don't know. Like, they really put some real twisted thought into this plan. And if they actually channeled that energy into their own lives, they could actually have a bountiful life. You know, they could. But they don't. Narcissists are blind. They wander like demons. And they're obsessed with an empath, a grade A supply, a chosen one. And they resort to these low things to do. You see, I've ignored the narcissist now. Since they emailed me 2-3 days later, they kept emailing some rubbish. Just out of bunkum, utter rubbish, you know, just pure spewing rubbish out their mouth, right? I don't know what they expected me to do. I don't know if they really thought, I think they thought in their heads, right, that I want them or something. Like, they're so delusional, they think they own you. They think they own you. Like, yo, chill out. Like, you're an ex-narcissist. We were together for a little while. I've done a lot of good in your life. Get on with your life now. Go away. Don't come to the channel and start chatting to me. Don't come to a dating profile and start chatting to me. And this is why I want to make you lot aware, for those that the wounds are still fresh. This is 6 years ago. This is a narcissist from 6 years ago. How delusional is that? 6 years. 6 years. And the narcissist feels like they have the audacity to come onto the channel, our channel, and try and masquerade with artificial light, pretending to be a loyal subscriber and viewer, and try to get me to read a book about a man that's in prison for being falsely charged. Like, get a life, man. Seriously, like, get a life. You know, they are literally addicts. They are proper fiends for supply. And, you know, I made a video earlier. I want you to check it out. I've said that the narcissist is like an addict for grade A supply, right? They fiend for it. And I mentioned in the video, right? Let me have a sip of my drink. I mentioned in the video, they are an addict. They fiend for your supply. And they will be... Hold on, let me have a sip. And as I'm an addict to nicotine, let me have one puff of my vape. Give me 1 second. They fiend for any remnants of our supply. You have to understand. You can't believe it. I knew the whole time when the narcissist was doing the smear campaign, when the narcissist was dragging my name through the mud, when the narcissist was putting false charges. I knew this was protecting me. You have to understand, them getting police involved, them getting a restraining order only saved me from a life of misery. It saved me from them popping up at my house. It saved me from them feeling like they can talk to me. I knew this straight after the court case. This was my immediate thoughts after the court case, because when God ordains something to happen in life, and I've always been very switched on about the will of God and the trust in God's plan, I knew, okay, they've put this on themselves. They will suffer the consequences. They will never find someone like me. Their own father is a victim of narcissistic abuse from the mother. The mother is a full-blown narcissist. The mother and her new supply, like, he's just a numpty. But the dad is the only one, you know, the narcissist dad, right? And the narcissist dad is the only one that I would say knew. And he even said, you'll never find someone like that. Or in other words, he said to the narcissist about me, saying I'm a good man. Trust me, the narcissists don't want to listen to their dad. They don't respect what their parents say. But they can stay in their dusty narcissistic family dynamic with a golden sheep, a scapegoat, black sheep, whatever, you know, golden child. That's the dynamics of the family, you know. The dad's not included in that because the dad's an estranged, if that's the right word. You know, the dad was the only one that, right, like, who knew WARCLOUD, you know, and the, you know, the family dynamic is one of the brothers is a black sheep. Got no hatred against the brothers, the narcissist brothers. You know, one of them was a black sheep. One was a golden child. Well, actually, I think the narcissist is the golden child. I don't even know, man, but there's some dynamics going on there. But this is what it is. This is what it is. And honestly, I've met so many people that have grown up in narcissistic family units and they haven't turned out like my ex-narcissist. So I have no sympathy at all whatsoever for them believing their mother is a narcissist, because it's clear their mother's a narcissist. Their mother is an absolute 100% full-blown narcissist, malignant narcissist, literally full-blown, right? And I have no sympathy at all whatsoever for the offspring, which was my ex-narcissist, the dusty weirdo. I have no sympathy, and I want you lot to have no sympathy for them, because I have met, I'm telling you now, I have met chosen ones and empaths from all over the world who have grown up in family dynamic units of narcissistic abuse, and they are nothing like the narcissist. They reciprocate what you say. They're empathetic. It's a two-way street. The conversation flows. It's there, right? You just know, you know. And even if you look, so many people have been through such horrific abuse as children, and they've grown up and they've become campaigners against child abuse and stuff like that. So this narcissist has no right. And they even tried to think that they even called their own mother a narcissist. They know their mother's a narcissist. But you know what? They're going to stay like a little good subservient narcissist weirdo that they are, and they're going to stay in that family dynamic, you know, and they're all going to smile at each other, then they talk behind each other's backs and backbite and gossip and all that, and they can do that for the rest of their days, because you know what? That's why I'm so glad I'm out of that situation, and I'm so glad that my family never got intertwined with that family, and I'm so glad I never had a child with that narcissist, because the narcissist said to me one day, what would you do if I got pregnant? And you know, I said I would ask for a DNA test. And the reason why I said that, and I know it sounds so cold, the reason why I said that is because the narcissist was on the pill, right? So the contraceptive pill, right? So therefore, my point of view is like, if it's not like we're planning for it's not together, you're just gonna try and entrap me. You're just trying to entrap me into having a child. And I guarantee for the rest of their days, they will regret not having a child with me for the rest of their days. You know, they're going to regret not keeping me in their life. And it's crystal clear. They are not over me. They they went to all that effort to talk to me. I'm getting strange emails, strange, weird emails now. So I do apologize for anyone that has reached out. I'm getting strange emails from people. I am responding to some I'm not. But that's just the way it is, you know. Trust me, I want you to understand this is 6 years ago, people. The narcissist will never get over for you. Give it time. I promise you. Give it time. And this is the sort of behavior you're going to have with the narcissist, because they think they own you. They look at you like an object. They think they own you. You know, they go off onto greener pastures. They think they can do better than you. Trust me, let them go. Once they realize that supply is not as potent, they'll be coming back. And I've had so many hoovers through fake profiles. Even I've had hoovers through fake profiles before I was even arrested on dating apps. Before I was even arrested, I had fake hoovers. The narcissist is nothing but a proper weirdo. Seriously, proper deranged weirdo. And I just told you this story today to make you aware that in the comment section, be wary, be vigilant, that the ex-narcissist has resurfaced, and they've made it crystal clear that they've been watching the content. I don't know how they bloody found the channel. I really don't know. They're proper weirdos. But if they're watching this video, I'd advise them to stay away from me. Do not contact me ever again, because you are a dusty, demonic weirdo that really needs to go and sort out your own family and your own family dynamics, because you got golden childs, black sheep, scapegoats, narcissistic parents. Go and sort that shit out, because I'm not here for that. And if you want to watch the content and obtain any nuggets of information, be my guest. Be my guest. It's fine. You can watch me from afar, but you will never, ever be back in my life. So, chosen ones, empaths, you don't have to worry. You really don't have to worry. I'm telling you, they watch you from afar. Do you know how long this narcissist must have been watching before they actually made themselves known by stating their name, their alias name to me through an email? Do you know how long they must have been like thinking up this plan, putting all this energy into it? And do you know what? It satisfied them. They got satisfied of it, because they had little remnants of supply from me, of the potent supply that we are. Please, people, watch the video on the narcissist is an addict. They fiend for grade A supply, because these videos go hand in hand. So thank you for listening today. Thank you for hearing my story. I appreciate every single one of you for your love and support. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. And if you would like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find a link in the description box. Currently, I have a secondary channel, a spiritual channel, so it gives us a balance of content for us to digest in our heart, mind and soul, and comes from a different perspective, more about healing. So it's good to check that out, check in on that channel as well. So anyway, people, thank you for watching. I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.